I'm actually tempted to get in now. The official Trump, um, it's tanked over 50%. And that's to be expected because, the people that minted this have gotten out at the peak, or the clever people that had some sort of knowledge that this was going to happen, that were able to acquire those coins earlier on, basically capitalized on the 6x gains in less than 24 hours. I'll do the same. I wouldn't hold this. It's a meme. Memes have zero fundamentals apart from hype, right? And community building. In a way, memes have replaced NFTs. 4 or 5 years ago, this whole thing would have happened on the NFT platform, on Solana or on Ethereum or something like that, right? But now it's memes. And, it does the same thing. It garners hype. It's used for building community, gathering hype, and builds momentum. And the person that did this and then contacted Trump, and then they said yes, probably one of his children. I can't imagine Trump himself was the one that, kicked this off. It's probably one of his kids worked in collaboration with the developer or whatever. And it's a money raising scheme, right? They've raised money. It's no different from those Trump emails that they used to send around. My brother used to be subscribed to one of those emails. So it used to be funny reading the emails about how they used to ask for money, etc. It's a fundraising activity, and it's done just that. Now, whether or not it's going to return to those highs or beat it, it's a good chance. When the fight against the opposition begins and all the lawsuits start to roll in, the community might be rallied around the president in a way that boosts this meme coin, right? So I wouldn't say this coin is dead. I mean, look, it's turning around now. It's gained a little bit in the last few hours. So it's definitely not dead. So there are people who are willing to hold that for at least the midterm, right? So I don't know. If it cools off a little bit, who knows? Yours truly might throw a couple of hundreds or something on that just to see. No financial advice. Do your own research. But I haven't got any of these at the moment, right? I thought it was interesting to have a look. And talking of Trump and crypto, President Donald Trump signs no crypto executive orders on day one. That, guys, is what's responsible for the cool off, in addition to the, expected anticlimax that happens after every big event. Even if he mentioned crypto, we would have seen a pump and then would have seen a cool off, which always happens after such a large, highly anticipated event. It happens around the Olympics. It happens around the World Cup. It happens around the Super Bowl. It always happens like this. It's an emotional high, and then people crash out on the dopamine or whatever, and adrenaline or whatever else chemicals happen in the brain, and then people go into this sort of slump, and then things start to recover a couple of days later. So don't be fooled by the pullbacks. That's absolutely normal and to be expected, and it does in no way stop the march forward. So the crypto community reacts as President Donald Trump fails to sign a single executive order on cryptocurrency on his first day in office. President Donald Trump signed a flurry of executive orders on his first day in office, targeting immigration, energy, and the federal operations. However, the crypto industry was conspicuously absent from the agenda. Well, that's not totally true. He did mention the Department of Government Efficiency, which is an acronym for DOGE, which is associated and affiliated with Elon Musk, who is directly affiliated with crypto. So obviously, indirectly, he did acknowledge something to that extent. However, obviously, he didn't mention Bitcoin. He didn't mention the SEC, any of that. But, to be honest with you, he didn't ever say that he was going to do that, right? A lot of the speculation came from the crypto speculators in the first place, people who were releasing information into the wild, YouTubers, people on X, people writing articles on CoinMarketCap and Cointelegraph, etc., who are raising expectation. A lot of it is just speculation. And now that it hasn't happened, people are disappointed, even though the president himself never said he was going to sign a crypto executive order on day one. I don't think that crypto is that high up on the priority lists compared to some of the other things that he talked about. I'll leave this article in the description for you to peruse, but that doesn't mean that he's not going to do something about crypto, because guess what? Yeah, look at this video. See if you can recognize anybody. Let me enlarge that. Okay, I recognize some of this. Oh, there he is. Let me pause it there. There he is. Do you recognize what that is? That's Brad Garlinghouse. Okay, and that's the vice president, I believe that is. President-elect Donald Trump holds an inaugural Eve dinner at the National Building Museum. And there he is. That's a guy in his little tuxedo. So basically, he's there, you know. That's the after party, effectively, the inner circle of the people from the inauguration. So you don't donate the kind of money that Ripple donated to the Trump campaign or any campaign whatsoever without being on the first name basis with the candidate, right? You don't donate the amount of money that Ripple donated to the campaign without being invited to the round table. He's clearly on the round table. Other executives are clearly on the round table. And if you remember, the board of Ripple itself is filled with people who are permanently on the round table. Okay, so Ripple and XRP are playing in a completely different ballpark to some of these other tokens, you know, Solana, Cardano, whoever. They're playing in a completely different ballpark, a completely different game. They're on a completely different league. Many of these other cryptos are simply just startups, you know, in people's garages, people's living rooms. Some might even have offices downtown or whatever. But Ripple is a company that is regarded on the same level, and its executives are also regarded on the same level as Amazon, Facebook. So you're talking about Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk. You know, these figures have become controversial figures over the years, but in the beginning, they too were perceived as movers and shakers. Jeff Bezos was, you know, a legendary outlier. You know, the late Steve Jobs, Zuckerberg, you know, was seen as some sort of disruptor. Obviously, over the years, as they became richer and wealthier, you know, money corrupts and power corrupts, right? And then the richer you get, the more successful you get, the more haters you get. So whether or not you're good or bad, success brings followers. It also brings haters. And that just is what it is. So in terms of XRP price, it's not doing too badly. All cryptos are down 4, 5, 6%. XRP is doing well at minus 5% in the last 24 hours. But, you know, it's gaining already. Okay, but if you compare it to some of its rivals, quote unquote, you know, Solana is down 11%, Dogecoin 9%, Cardano 11%, and so on and so forth. So it's one of the best performers. So I wouldn't even fret. We're in neutral on the border with greed, and XRP is sitting very, very happily next to Bitcoin in the trending coins box, along with Pump Trump. Pump. What the heck is this one? Pump Trump. So this is different from the official Trump. Again, another rug pull, nothing to do with Donald Trump, actually. People probably bought that on name recognition, thinking that was going to pump. It pumped, the owners got out, and now people have lost money. So be careful with these crazy memes. You're going to see hundreds of them as time goes on. You're going to see more millennial Trumps. You're going to see Joe Biden, Kamala Harris memes, you know, making fun of them. And then the developers are going to exit the minute the FOMO begins. So I'm not going anywhere near any of these. Not financial advisory and research. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourself. Peace.